Hey everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. This last week, I got a chance to review a safety group that meets every month that I missed in person this month. And it's called the Puget Sound Area Safety Summit Group. And the topic that was being presented was by a former superintendent, somebody who's involved in safety for Mortenson, who I've known for many years, named Lyle Eisman. And he talked a little bit about a 5S workplace. Now, for those of you who are familiar with lean manufacturing and 5S, as Lyle mentions in his presentation, which we're hopefully going to post on our LinkedIn page and possibly other social media pages. But he talks a little bit about how after World War II, this actually started with Deming. He took this new philosophy of manufacturing to Japan, which then obviously Japan started out manufacturing us, so to speak, and we caught up. But what the philosophy was developing a workplace that's free of waste and is high quality. And obviously with quality, oftentimes that means safe as well. And ultimately it began in manufacturing, 5S moved into healthcare, and now we're seeing it become more prevalent in construction. So when we look at this topic, it's really kind of interesting to me because I've always thought that the key to safe and productive work is planning. It's the most important thing we can do because waste is inefficient. Having to touch things more than once is inefficient. And when we get into that situation, we get behind schedule and we start to see quality issues, which means we get further behind schedule. And as that happens, we start to see a prevalence of accidents and injuries. And really focusing on the front end of the planning phase and the elimination of waste, both in activity and materials, I think is really key to that. And as we reimagine, I think, construction in the future or manufacturing for that matter, and we look at this model, I think it makes the most sense because we're in an environment that's so incredibly competitive now that, little minute differences can make such a difference overall between one company and another, especially when we're bidding work, performing work, and then we're balancing that line between profitability and loss. So, ultimately take a look at it, link to that presentation, which I think is 44 minutes long, but I'll tell you right now, if you're a construction professional of any kind, I would encourage you, take the time to watch that. Grab a cup of coffee first thing in the morning before things get busy and watch Lyle's presentation. I think what Mortenson's doing, and I know that Lyle's probably been on the front end of this thing, it is really, really impressive. And I think that we all have a lot to learn from it. So check it out and we'll see you next Wednesday.